We'll start today at the front of our mats, finding our balance evenly over the arch, standing into Tadasana, activating the thighs, bringing the core in, shoulders are down. And inhale, reaching the arms straight up over the head. Exhaling the right hand to the side, left arm reaching tall on the inhale, gaining length. Stretching through the side body. Inhale, both arms up. Exhaling the left arm down, reaching with that right arm, creating a good stretch through the side. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale the hands down behind the hips. Interlace the fingers and open through the collarbone, stretching through the shoulder blades, creating length. Pelvis is reaching down towards the heels. Release the hands and inhale the arms straight up. As you exhale, bring the elbows down to the side, strengthening the body. Inhale, reaching the arms forward, and exhale, opening the chest. Inhale, rounding the back, hands to the front. Exhale, opening the chest. Inhale, hands forward. Exhale, again, open, lengthening the collarbone. Inhale, hands forward. Exhale, opening the arms. Inhale and exhale, chins reaching up, collarbones lengthening, and hands to the side. Inhale, arms reaching straight overhead. Exhale, leading with the chest, coming into a forward fold Uttanasana. Hands on the mat, step back with the right foot. Left foot joins it. And exhale, knees down, chin and chest. Inhale to a gentle cobra. And exhale, pressing up onto the knees and into down dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left foot meets Uttanasana. And inhale, rising straight up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Find your balance and your breath. Good Ujjayi breathing, constriction in the throat. Inhale, arms reaching straight up to the sky. And exhale, that core is engaged into Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back, holding the breath, placing the hands on the mat and jumping back into a plank pose. Exhaling, Chaturanga, elbows no higher than the shoulders. Inhaling, opening the chest to up dog. Curling over the toes, exhaling into down dog. One nice deep breath here. Exhaling out all the breath and stepping or jumping those feet forward to the hands into forward fold. Inhaling to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, rising straight up, arms reaching to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. And inhale those arms up again. Exhaling forward, bringing that chest towards the thighs. Inhaling to a flat back. Placing the hands on the mat, holding the breath, jumping back into a plank pose. From here, holding that plank, pressing evenly into the fingertips. Palms are flat on the mat. And coming onto that left side for a side plank. Right foot stacks onto the left foot. Right arm is reaching up to the sky, hips are raised, core is engaged. Pressing evenly into all the fingertips on the left side. And come back to a center plank. Push back into down dog as you exhale. And inhale back into a plank pose. Now coming onto the right side. Right hand is down, left arm is lifted, reaching towards the sky. Left foot stacking on the right foot. You want to work hard here to keep those hips stacked evenly and open through the chest. Core is engaged. And come back into a plank in the center. Holding that plank, we're going to slowly hover down, bringing those elbows in tight to the sides. Coming to a level where the hips and the shoulders are on the same height. And then slowly bringing the chest all the way down. Uncurl the toes. Hands are reaching towards the feet. Feet are reaching towards the back. And you're lifting the chest and the legs up into a locust pose. Don't strain the neck here. You just want to look slightly in front of the mat. And exhale, releasing that pose. Hands next to the ribs. Tuck the toes under. Press straight up or come to the knees and come back into a down dog. Nice, good, deep breathing here. On the next inhale, right leg swing straight up into a 3-limb dog. Keep those hips level, toes are pointing straight towards the mat. Activate the inner thigh so you're rounding that leg in. And as you exhale, bring that knee forward to the chest and plant the foot on the floor in between the hands. Turn that back foot to a 45-degree angle and inhale up to a warrior one. Arms are reaching straight up, 90-degree angle on that front knee. Your knee should be pointing straight towards that second toe. Open through the chest, keep the abs in, tucking that left hip forward. And exhale, coming straight up into a standing split. And now turning into half moon. So you can use a block here under that right hand, or you can place your hand on the floor. Left foot is flexed. You want to be about hip height, so I'm a little high here. Left arm reaching to the sky, try to open the chest. And balancing, coming into airplane. So bringing the hands down near the sides, making a nice flat line from the heel all the way up to the crown of the head. Really engage Uddiyana Bandha, your core here. Now bend that front knee and with control, bring that foot back into Warrior One again. Reaching those arms up to the sky, slowing the breath. And exhale, hands down by the feet, coming back into a down dog pose. Stretch out through those arms, press evenly into the hands. All of the fingers are engaged. Now raising up on those toes, come forward again into a plank pose. And slowly hover down, chaturanga. Excuse me, all the way to the mat. Hands down by the side, coming into locust pose again. Reaching those hands, palms together towards the feet. Feet are reaching up. The belly is engaged. And you're trying to pinch those shoulder blades together. And exhale, coming down, hands near the ribs, curling the toes under, pressing up into a plank or up on the knees and coming into down dog. Stabilizing the breath. Inhaling that left foot up to a three-limb dog. Keep those hips nice and level. You can see I adjusted there. Toes are pointing towards the ground. Inner thigh is spiraling upwards. And exhale, bringing that knee close to the chest, place the foot right next to the hands. Bring that back foot to a 45-degree angle and coming up into Warrior One. Good, strong, active arms here, reaching up to the sky. Core is engaged, pelvis tucked under. Really work on pressing that right hip forward so the hips stay nice and even. Left knee is a nice bend. And bending that front knee so you can press forward, coming into a standing split and straight into half moon. So here the left hand is on the mat. Right arm is reaching up. Flex that right foot. That will really help you to balance if you're keeping it nice and engaged. Engage the core. And your gaze can be up at the fingertips if that's comfortable, or you can look straight ahead. The higher up you look, the more it will challenge the balance. Good, coming back to center and raising the chest, bringing the hands down by the side into an airplane warrior, or you can also reach the hands straight ahead. That does challenge the balance just a little bit more. So the arms can go up by the ears or down by the sides. And with control, bend that front knee, bringing the right foot back into a warrior pose. Reaching the arms up. And exhale the hands forward, right next to the feet. Bring that left foot back into a down dog. When you're in down dog, you want to keep those thighs active, spiral those inner thighs towards one another. Coming back into our side plank again. So push forward into plank first and then come to a left armed side plank. Now I added a variation here where you can bring that right leg up into tree and then extend it straight out. So that is an option, or you can just keep the feet together in the center. Come back through center plank and now coming into a right armed side plank. Again with that variation, moving the leg up through tree pose and extending the leg straight out. Either way, keep the core engaged and those arms very active. Come back to center and exhale back into your down dog. Good stretch through the legs. Inhale, coming into a plank. And exhaling, slowly hovering down to chaturanga. Inhaling up dog. Good bend and opening through the chest. Lengthen the collarbones. And in up dog, you should just have the tops of the feet and the hands on the mat. And press back into your plank pose. hovering down, chaturanga, and all the way to the mat. Uncurl the toes. You're going to come onto your left side, resting your head on your left bent arm. Reach up with your right hand and hold on to the toe. This will create a really good stretch through the inner thighs, the hamstrings, also through that left bent arm. So this is a great way to stretch the whole body. Perfect if you are a runner or you do any kind of athletics that requires a lot of forward motion. This will help open those hips. Now release that foot, reach around behind the body, hold on to where the shoelaces would be, and create a nice arch. So this is kind of like a royal dancer on our sides. Release that right arm and that right foot and roll onto the right side. Now the right hand is going to be cradling the head. Left arm is reaching up, holding onto that extended toe and creating a good opening and stretch through the hips, through the hamstrings and the inner thighs. That bottom leg stays nice and active. You can see here that it's flexed and it is working. And bring that left foot down. Left hand reaches around, holding onto the shoelace, creating a nice arch through the back. Pressing those hips forward, bringing the shoulder blades together. And release that left arm and left hand. Coming back onto your stomach. Place the hands by the ribs, tuck the toes under, and press into up dog. Opening again through the chest. And exhale, bringing those toes back, coming into a down dog pose. And raise those heels, walking the feet forward, and come to a nice seated position. We are going to come to Gomukhasana, or cow face pose. So if this is uncomfortable on your legs, you can sit on a block, which will help, or roll a blanket under your hips. But you're going to have your left knee under your right knee. Feet are out to the side and reach the right arm up. Reach the left arm up. Right arm comes under. You're going to try and hold on to the hands. If this is too deep of a stretch for your shoulders, then you can grab a strap and hold that between the hands. And as you sit in this pose, you can bring the hands closer to one another. Really focusing on bringing the shoulder blades together and opening through the chest. Again, lengthening the collarbone. You'll also feel this stretch through the hips. And continue that deep Ujjayi breathing, sitting tall in the spine. And release those arms. And pressing forward, just switch the knees. It's kind of an easy way to do it if you come onto the hands and then switch the knees that way. There's lots of variations on how to get from one side to the other. So on this side, the right knee is under the left. They're stacked on top of one another, sitting long through the spine, reaching the arms up. Right arm is coming down, left arm reaching around, and the back of the hand on that left arm will be against the body, and the palm of the right hand will be against the back, and they're trying to reach towards one another. You might find you have one side that is a little tighter than the other, which is really normal. This is my side that is harder for my hands to reach. So just continue to breathe nice and deep, reaching those hands towards each other, staying tall in the spine, open in the chest, and breathe into anywhere that feels tight. Good, releasing those hands, untwisting the legs, and extend those legs straight out in front, then cross the right knee, placing the ankle over the top of the left knee, and walking the chest towards the foot. This is a variation on pigeon pose, so you will feel this stretch in the outside of that right hip. Be sure and flex that right foot to help protect the knee. And as you exhale, bring that chest even closer to the thighs, and as you inhale, just relax into the stretch. Release that leg, place both feet down, kind of shake it out, and switch sides. So now that left knee bends, ankle is over the right knee. Bringing that chest forward, flexing that left foot. And you're pressing into the hands, but you really want to be feeling this in the hip opening through the hips. Continue that nice deep Ujjayi breathing where you can hear it on the inhale and the exhale. And ease out of that, both feet come forward. And then bring the knees through, coming into camel pose. So the knees are directly under the hips, toenails are touching the mat. And from here, place the hands on the back of the hips and first bring that pelvis down towards the heels before you bring those hands back. So you can stay with the hands at the hips, or you can bring both arms back, dropping the head, stretching through the neck. This is excellent for your thyroid. It really helps to massage that organ, and that's really important. Also helps to stretch through the chest, through the shoulders, through the thighs and the hips. Gently ease forward, coming into child's pose as a counterbalance. Come back to the breath. Remember any intentions that you set for your class today. Nice deep breathing. Perfect. Cross the feet, roll over the feet, coming back to a seated position. We're going to do another seated twist. Left knee is bent, left heel at the right hip. Right knee is bent, foot over the left leg, and reach that left arm around the right foot or the right leg, stretching and opening the body with the right hand next to the right hip. So as you inhale, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, just deepen the twist. Pressing and turning, trying to bring that spine long and flexible. The more flexible your spine, the greater your health and longevity. So we want to really focus on keeping our spines limber as we age. Now we're switching sides here. Let's bring that right knee under, left leg comes on top, and just stretch through that back. The twist is activated through the core, so it's not just your shoulders that are turning, it's actually your entire midsection that is rotating and flexing there. Beautiful. Come back to center. Both legs extended straight out in front of you. I'm going to roll my mat just a little bit and place it under my hips for this next part, just to give me a little more height. If you don't need to do that, then that's totally an option, but it will help if you have really tight hamstrings, which I do. So sitting tall, inhaling the arms up, coming into a seated forward fold. Hands are down near the feet or the ankles, whatever you can reach. And we're going here for a long spine as opposed to reaching our feet. So our goal is to keep the spine long and continue to bring the chest down towards the thighs. Remembering that in yoga, we listen to our bodies. What we do today may be influenced by how much we slept, what we ate, what we did the day before, where our emotional state is. So remember to always be gentle with yourself and allow your body to stretch at its maximum, not what you think it should be. And inhale, gently ease out of the pose. And lying on the back, extending the left leg out, right knee in towards the chest. Bring the forehead up to meet that knee as you hold the knee, coming into a little tight ball. And bring that right knee down, left knee comes up, holding that knee, bringing the forehead to the knee. And bring that foot back down again. Now bringing both knees in, bent, reach them straight up to the sky. This is legs up the wall pose, but we're not at the wall. So you must engage the core and really press through the heels. You'll feel a stretch in the back of the hamstrings. This is excellent inversion, helps with blood flow, improves circulation, helps with clarity of the mind. It's an excellent way to get an inversion in without having to exert and be on the hands. Bending those knees, bringing them down to the ground and coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, lying cobbler pose. So knees are falling open, soles of the feet are together, and just allow those knees to hang nice and heavy. Gravity helping to stretch through the hips, a very passive stretch. Continue to breathe nice and deep here. This is where we get into the benefit of the exertion, allowing the body to take in all that we have done through this practice. And preparing to bring those knees back up. You can guide them up with the hands if that's more comfortable for you. And extending the legs straight out in front, coming into Shavasana. We're going to take a few minutes here in Shavasana just to breathe deeply. Find a comfortable position for you. Palms up, allow the hips to open, the feet to fall open. Soften the muscles in the face. Slightly part the teeth, relaxing the jaw. And just breathing naturally, enjoying this quiet moment. And begin to wiggle the feet and the toes. Coming back to the body, reaching above the head, stretching out through the spine. Enjoying how you feel, becoming aware, and gently rolling over to the right side, using the right arm as a pillow under the head. And taking a few breaths, no rushing, press up into a comfortable seated position, keeping the eyes closed, being very aware of the body, of the sensations that you are feeling. Inhale the shoulders up towards the ears, exhale them down. Inhale the shoulders up again, exhale them down. And inhale the arms up, embracing this practice, embracing all that yoga can do for you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today.